now.
We are getting a better look at the damage a rare February tornado caused overnight in Calhoun County.
The National Weather Service has confirmed it was an EF1 storm with maximum wind gusts of 110 miles per hour.
13 on your side's Lauren Baker spoke to a homeowner about the moments the tornado hit his property.
People here in Calhoun County are assessing the damage and picking up what they can after last night's storms. Just take a look at the damage we're seeing today. Trees uprooted from the ground, debris just spread all over this yard. Now, the family we talked to here says while they have a lot of work to do today, they're just thankful their family is okay.
All of our ears popped, and I was like, did you guys feel that? And they're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it was like a freight train coming through, just loud. And yeah, I don't know. I've never been through a tornado, and it was crazy. I don't want to do it again either.
Calhoun County residents like Kirk Crow are reliving the moments. A tornado tore through the county in the early hours of Wednesday.
Well, you know, we were in the basement last night. Really didn't know what was going on, but you could hear it. I mean, you could hear everything. And then when we came out last night with flashlights, it wasn't good. And then today we come out, it's crazy. It's just demolished.
He showed 13 on your side some of the damage the tornado caused to his home.
We had, I don't know, I think there were two 2x6s, impaled the roof there, and it went down. House was leaking, so now all the drywall and the ceilings destroyed. Peeling shingles off the barn.
The barn where his family's animals were kept was also destroyed, though the animals did survive. Looking at all the destruction all around his home, Crow says he can't believe how much damage the storm caused.
I hate it. I mean, that's my woods, you know, we hunt that and everything, and it's going to take years to clean all that up. That's my camper over there.
Calhoun County Sheriff Stephen Hinckley says officials were on alert all day and reacted fast to the storm, helping those whose homes were impacted.
And I think one to note is the Calhoun County Road Commission arrived quickly with heavy machinery and was able to move some of those trees to really help emergency personnel gain more access into that area. So that was pretty significant.
So far, no injuries or deaths have been reported from the storm, a fact people like Crow say is much more important than downed trees or damaged homes.
That's the biggest thing, you know, everything else can be fixed, bought, repaired, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, we're good. The sheriff's office says it's still assessing the damage of last night's storm. In the meantime, they're asking everyone to stay away from heavily damaged areas until they're deemed safe. In Calhoun County, Lauren Baker, 13 on your side.
And we were live on the air last night throughout the tornado warning, and it's a good thing that people knew.
Yeah, absolutely. Turning in to Chief Meteorologist George Lessons, who also joins us now with a look, at this severe weather that we had.
These storms were already severe over in Illinois, and they crossed Lake Michigan without a problem and moved into southern lower Michigan. Let's track the path of the damage. It started over in northern Illinois very rapidly. A number of tornado reports in the western suburbs of Chicago, crossed Lake Michigan, wind damage around the Lawton area, and then that tornado touching down there in Calhoun County with that EF1 being reported there. Tornado warnings have never been issued in the month of February. That is a fact. Only one has ever been issued in January back in 2008. There have been two, and that is all in March. So this is very rare. Those two back in March of 2012 and in 1991, so very rare. It is cold outside, as you know, 23 right now at 5 o'clock. Our target was 24. It is a big change from yesterday. I don't recall a 40 to 50 degree temperature drop in 24 hours. So this is a very powerful system. And if you haven't had your winter coat on today, you know it feels very cold, single digits to low teens. We've also had some strong winds. The winds are going to start to come down this evening. They gusted to over 40 miles per hour in many locations. So in the eastern part of our viewing area, the snow has not been an issue, but there has been snow that accumulated on the ground to the west. Even that will come to an end. And the wind alerts have already come down. They are now east of the area, so no more wind and snow to talk about. We do have a great warm up on the way for the weekend and no severe weather. All of that in just a few minutes.
There was also a confirmed EF2 tornado in Grand Blanc area, south of Flint. It caused major damage to an industrial complex. A roof was torn off a large building. Concrete block walls were blown out and semi-trailers were overturned. The tornado then moved east where it caused damage to a subdivision. Cheryl Coonan from our Flint affiliate spoke to Grand Blanc officials about the storm.
Like it was a rail train coming through town. It was, I guess, really loud.
We talked with Grand Blanc city and township officials who say thankfully no injuries or fatalities have been reported.
Luckily, just property damage. Thank God nobody was hurt last night. We've had a few houses that have trees that have fallen on them.
And looking at the damage to the homes, the fact that there were no injuries is something to be grateful for.
A couple of the houses, it is surprising, yes.
Now the cleanup process begins, which we're told is expected to take days, but if your home or yard were damaged, it's key to follow proper protocol.
I wouldn't have any trees removed until you contact your insurance to make sure that they've documented what they need to document to get your house fixed and make sure you're covered by insurance.
And that was Cheryl Coonan reporting. Officials say to use caution when driving in that area. If you noticed any downed power lines or debris or anything hazardous, including the smell of natural gas, people there should call 911 right away.